It is that time again for us to go ahead and start week 12 of Raising Confident Kids. Hey, Pickle Juice and Patty Cakes, thank you for joining me. I appreciate you being here. So, we are just going to jump right in because I know most of you join me on the replay. So I'm just going to make sure we start now. So if this is week 12, I am so thankful. Hey girl, hey, I see you. Well, I'm so thankful that we are doing week 12 today. This is 3 months of tips, 12 episodes of 3 tips to help make sure back to school is phenomenal for you and your child. So we've talked about confidence, motivation, progress, setting goals, having conferences with teachers. But what happens when kids start saying, school is boring or I don't like learning anymore? Well, today we're tackling how to make learning fun again at home and at school. So I have to say this disclaimer: school cannot always be a party show or things where everybody's just all happy and jumping around. It has to have some kind of, like today. Today was a testing day. Oh my gosh, testing days are the worst for the teachers, not just the students, but the teachers, because we have to walk around, not engage. We have to just make sure the children are not cheating and not talking and not doing anything, but taking their time doing the test. We can't look at their test or anything like that. It can be a long day. Imagine doing that for 7 hours. Yeah, it's tough. So I tell children all the time, I'd rather be using my brain having fun than to be standing around looking like a zombie saying, oh gosh, I hope they're doing their best in my brain. So anyway, you don't have much time to be, Houdini doing all these things to make lessons fun at home and doing all these crafts, but you can make learning come alive in small everyday moments at home. I want to make sure I'm giving you tips that can help you make sure that your child stays engaged and pushing it to the next level. Studies show that children who associate learning with curiosity and play are 40% more likely to retain new information and 60% more likely to persist through challenges. So don't just leave it all up to the teachers. Hey, everybody, I appreciate you being here. Don't just leave it up to the teachers. You guys try to do some things at home to make learning fun. And I'll give you 3 tips. One of them is connect school to real life. So I know in my classrooms, I always like to make real world connections, try to make sure the children understand the why behind what they're doing, the value of what we're doing. But also, you can just ask your kids, where do you think we use fractions in real life while cooking or baking? And then use that as an opportunity to help them understand it. Have kids keep a learning log where they find examples of school concepts in the real world. So a lot of times kids wonder, well, why do I have to learn this? Well, when they figure it out or they see why they needed to learn something, have them keep it in a log. For example, you're learning area in math. Well, let's measure the living room rug and see how much space it takes up. You can take it a step further and be like, okay, well, if we want to redo the living room, how much would it cost? You can have them estimate for us to go buy some carpet, and make sure that they do that. Or say, okay, well, we need to feed the family of 3 or 4. We want to go get a 8-piece chicken. Okay. How much is that going to cost us? And how many pieces does each person get? And how do we make sure that everybody gets equal portions? Who gets the breast? Do they get a breast and a thigh? Or should we divide that up? So those are great ways to make sure that children are understanding how things apply in real life. And a lot of people like saying, when do I ever use calculus? And when do I ever use, physics and stuff? Well, I'll tell you, the thinking involved in those higher level skilled subject matters is what's going to help them think through problems as an adult, as a teenager, and hopefully solve them too. So, strategy to give kids ownership of learning. Let them choose one subject or topic each week to explore freely. That means take them to the library and let them check out all the books they're going to need or want to understand that topic. Help them explore things. If there's a place you can take them, a park you can go to, if there's an app you can use to help them engage in it more, do that. Okay. Let them have fun. Don't tell them what to do and how to enjoy it. And also, you guys, this is my biggest pet peeve. I was talking about this weekend. Do not use reading as a punishment. Oh my gosh, that is like the worst way to associate reading with something negative. You want to make sure you're associating reading with something that brings joy, that allows them to learn something new and explore new options, opportunities. Maybe they heard about something in a career. Maybe they want to read about it. So we want to make sure that we encourage them to teach your kids or something they've learned based on what they've read about, and make sure that we are building their confidence and understanding new things. And so let's, for example, if you talk about exploring photosynthesis, you want to say, hey, you explain photosynthesis better than I do. Want to make a drawing or mini video to show me how it works? Kids love to create. Let them create. Let them build. Let them do stuff. I'm gonna tell you, I had my children when they were younger. I would try to buy things that's supposed to let their creative mind grow. And so these expensive toys that I would buy, I was like, this is for the brilliant mind. You know what they play with? The boxes. I'm like, I spent $100 on this toy that's supposed to engage you and everything, and y'all gonna play with the cardboard boxes? You mean to tell me I could have went to doggone U-Haul and spent $20 on a box and saved me 80 for something else? Yeah, that's what they were selling. And then make learning a shared experience. That's tip number 3. Read aloud together. Play educational games or watch short documentaries as a family. Documentaries as a family, y'all. I've had a long weekend and a long day, so I'm getting my words twisted. So ask the open-ended questions. Cannot talk to you enough about open-ended questions like what do you think will happen next, or why do you think that character made that choice? Right now in my classes, we are doing character studies, understanding character reactions and relationships. So they're going to be doing something really fun tomorrow. I hope it's fun. I ain't gonna share, but it's gonna be helping. It's gonna help them make sure they understand character development. And so these are ways you can talk to them. Who would you, if they're reading a novel, well, who would you pick to be a friend from your novel? Why? Who would you not want to associate or be like in that novel? Why? A lot of kids like to read Dog Man. Ask questions like, what would you do in that situation with Dog Man? How would you handle X, Y, and Z? Make learning fun. Make it a shared experience. Be a part of it. I had someone ask this weekend, what book what books do, or what book do you have that can teach my child to read? Reading is a shared experience. That's something that you do with your child. And if your child is a emerging reader, you read with them. No book is going to teach them how to read. You teach them how to read by reading books. Okay, so also just make learning fun. You can make learning, create a jar. We've talked about jars before. Hi everybody, I see somebody else joined us. Write down fun, quick learning activities on slips of paper, like read a poem aloud, lock up a new word, or look up a new word, I'm sorry. Draw a comic about your day. Oh, how fun would that be for your aspiring artist? Pull one slip each night and have them do it, or do it once a week. Nightly can be a lot, but do something like go to Chat GPT and then ask it to create 50 fun learning activities to do with your child. And then you got something to do for the next 2 months. How about that? I know it's 60 days in a month, maybe 62, but 50 realistically, because you're going to do something every day. And if you do one a week, you guess what? You got 50 weeks of activities just like that. So make sure that we want to be creative, physical, and reflective with our activities to engage different parts of your child's brain. If you know you have a creator, let them be creative. If you know you have a thinker or someone that's into analysis and more rational or logical type stuff, then let them do that. So we just want to make sure that we're giving them ways to enjoy learning and make it fun, bring the lessons home, and enrich them with things they can do to further their knowledge and educational value. So, what's one creative way you've made learning fun at home? Have you ever thought about making learning fun at home? Do you have time to make learning fun at home? I don't know which one. I'm looking at different cameras. I'm sorry, y'all. So, share your ideas. I might feature a few in upcoming weeks. And please, again, just share what we're doing. So, thank you for being here. I will say this. This is the end of month 3. This is episode 12. So, we're going to be starting month 4 next week. And so next month, we're shifting into a powerful new focus, helping kids finish the year strong by keeping them motivated to continue moving. So by the time we get to the end of this series, students in my district will be at the end of the second quarter, halfway through the year. So we're going to be talking about confidence under pressure, managing stress, and staying motivated through the finish line. It's all about keeping our children motivated and confident, and doing what they need to do to make sure that they love who they are inside and out, and that they have the tools they need to be confident, so that the success can flow with them wherever they go. All right. So I hope you all Play-Doh and Smash Mats. Yes. You use that to help build your child, right? Play-Doh and Smash Mats is great, especially for the younger ones. But I'll tell you this, older kids like that too. I mean, go get some Play-Doh and have your friends over and see what y'all start doing. You're going to have a ball. So maybe that's something you can do with your kids and talk about a book that they read. I know my friend Heather Marie, she does different activities with the book where they smash it every time she says, "Who do you see something?" or whatever. So yeah, she's in the chat. But anyway, you all have a wonderful rest of your evening. Please share what you're doing. Share this with your friends, your family, people with children, and subscribe to my YouTube. You can find the link in my bio. So thank you all so much for being here, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Bye bye. Oh, I thought I